Hello. And now, let's see if we've got some commentary. No. Perfect. Welcome, then, everybody, as we sit here preparing for the GP2 Championship. We watch the Mavs UK at the back of the track there. We're sorry we've missed the qualifying, but we are here bringing you the race live, so hop on board, come and join us as we watch Yari up the front. Not the best shot there. There we go, this is much better. 5 lights on, they're off, and we're away. We watch Yari make a good start, but it looks like Scotty might have a run. Yari's going to have the inside line as NJ Devil goes up the inside. That pushes Scotty Fennell wide, and Yari has managed to come out okay there, and Joe Royal has got up into a good position from that. As they come into, look at this, they're going to go 3 abreast. Oh, fantastic driving there. They bring it round their track nicely. And Joe Royal runs a little bit wide. That's going to get him a caution there. We see now. Oh, there's some contact in the back. Someone's gone spinning off. Oh, no, a nightmare there for Harry Cully, who's gone spinning off with broken front wing. And we watch Yari come through the top as someone's running wide there. I think that's Lunar Jedi, or Frogby, who's running wide there, who was going to be doing some commentary with me, but could make it. Lunar Jedi also running slowly as Bob Sada makes his way up the back there. So nice move from Bob Sada, making some positions. So after the shenanigans, so great racing in the opening here. We got Yari, followed by Joe Royal, followed by Scotty Fennell. Yuri is 4th place, NJ Devil 5th, Villas in 5th, Pinnacle in 7th, Frogby in 8th, Witcher in 9th, and Veski in 10th. Let's get some information up there as we have a look, so we can see who's made the best start there. Joe Royal made a really good start, but as we watch Viveski go wide and run back onto the grass, not in a good place there, so not great positioning from him. As we just get all the right bits on, there we go, so I can see exactly who's where. And always we watch Scotty Fennell run a little bit wide there, and you've got to really be careful, but he's going to have a look down the inside. Is he going to have the move on Joe Royal? Oh, Joe Royal's not going to have the inside line as they touch wheels, but Joe Royal gets away from it, and that's fantastic movement there from Joe Royal. Oh, but he's... No, that's just the game glitching. Oh, is he ghosted? Oh, no! That is not good. It looks like he might have ghosted there and is going to slip down the pack as we watch Yuri, who is definitely not in 2nd place, is he? Let's have a look. Yari up the front then with still Scotty Fennell behind him, and behind them you've still got Joe Royal, so it's just gone a bit funny on the old timing screens. It looks like Joe Royal may have ghosted though, and that's potentially let Scotty Fennell through, so that's not good for him. The technical gremlins of online racing, it's just like the engine going, I suppose. It's all about your reliability. Oh, we've got a safety car, so something's happened down the back. Some people made the most of that. Harry Cully's been into the pits, so these guys will all get a free pit stop here. Harry Cully, Veski, looks like Pinnacle's left already. Lunar Jedi's up further up the field. So who's that right up the field there? As we watch Yari. There we go. So all the timing screen's gone back to how it should be. Sorry about that, everybody. So we're just going to calm ourselves down as we wait for the safety car to go around. And I get the I'm just going to get the old as we know, Yari way out in the lead of this championship, so it's starting to become a bit of a race for who can claim 2nd place. And currently sat in the second place position is Scotty Fennell with 88 points, so that's good for him. So, we've had some drivers pop into the pits. So Yari is heading into the pits. NJ Devil also heading into the pits behind him. He's heading onto the yellow wall tyre, which is probably a good move. Get that pit stop done out of the in the freedom of that position. So they're going to want to make sure it's good. But this has been a slow one here for NJ Devil. I think probably some front wing changes need to get done. So Scotty Fennell is now the new leader, but he's going to need to pit. So, that's not going to have worked out well for these guys, these four up the front. Which might dent Scotty Fennell's positioning in second place. Who else have we got? We've got Wet Boy on Drugs and Bob Sada. So Bob Sada, that pit stop he had to make early on, how's he going to make it up from the back of the field? That's the question. Can he make up enough places to get himself into a good position for to actually gain some points out of today's race? As the field all bunches up, I reckon at the end of this lap we'll have a the safety car come in. As we just watch here is Scotty Fennell, and who has got some penalties? Let's have a look at the penalties. Yveski has got a drive-through penalty, so speeding under the pit lane, and Villas, that'll be track limits and a speeding in the pit lane, I would imagine. And we hop on board as the drivers at the front. How badly have they shot themselves in the foot by not pitting here? It could be difficult for the four drivers at the front to make anything of this race. Then they're going to need to get a really good exit. And I think we're just waiting for those drivers at the back to catch up a little bit more. So we're going to have another lap as we wait here. So let us know in the chat who you think is going to have a good shout at winning out in today's race. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know what's going on as we prepare. I'm going to have one more race here. One more lap under the safety car, and we'll prepare to go racing next lap, I imagine. As someone has come into the pits. Yuri has come into the pits, so yeah, I think he's going to drop to the back of the pit field, but that's still a good idea from him. He'll have time to catch up over the course of this lap, so that'll be okay. So, who else have we got in a good position then? So, Yari has obviously managed to make that work out. Joe Royal with his brilliant start off the line and getting up so many places. That's really worked out for him. Frabbai is going to be on the soft tyre that he's going to have to make last, so that could be quite challenging for him. How long will he be able to make those soft tyres last into the race, as Harry Cully drops out and DNFs as well? So we've had two drivers fail to make it to the end of the race so far. As we watch Villa's warming up his tyres here, and he's got lots of penalties to serve, which is not going to be great. Iveski is also going to have to serve that drive-through penalty, so he's going to have real difficulty in overcoming that position. And so the safety car, I imagine, will be in this lap. So there we go. Race director has told us that the safety car will be in this lap. Scotty Fennell will now become the de facto leader of the pack. Get to hold them up. He's got to stay within 10 car lengths, but he'll still get to hold them up, and he gets to warm up his tyres first of all, as we just wait here for him to head down into the bus stop chicane. So he's going to want to wind it up here and have the car nice and ready to go. Get shooting off the bus stop chicane. It looks like he's pulled a little bit away from IP. Oh no. Let's see, IP staying right up behind him. And he's pulled away already. And he's going to slow down. Doesn't want to run too wide. Nicely done through there. So bumpy, so difficult, so tricky to gain the traction. And looks like IP, and they've both managed to pull away a bit from Iveski, who is going to be under challenge here from Jari. So Jari also on the soft tyre. Is he going to be able to make them last to the end? And he makes the move down the inside of Iveski on those old tyres. Nicely done through that corner from Jari, and it looks like Joe Royal's going to go. Oh, as Iveski runs wide there over the hill. Oh, and he spins out. And those tyres lose his front wing, and that's unlucky for Iveski. As we watch IP closing in, they've managed to pull out a 2.5 second gap to Jari, so that's good for them. But you think Jari with the fresher tyres is going to be able to close that in relatively quickly. We know how quick he is. And looks like Witcher's managed to get past Joe Royal here as well. So good move from Witcher, good restart from him. So we'll hop back up on with Scotty Fennell, who's managing to pull away a little bit from IP. It looks like as he swings through that tricky set of corners, taking care to avoid that inside curve there, which can be so easy to spin the car on. And Scotty looks like he's managed to pull out enough of a gap up here to be able to make some distance between the two positions. So he's done what he can. When's he going to swing into the pits? As we watch Jari, he'll be the true race leader. Already pulling IP into his grasp. Through that tricky section. The bus stop chicane as Scotty sets a new fastest lap for the race of 2 minutes, and Jari goes to 1 minute 59.6. So really impressive time there from Jari on the freshest tyres. He's going to need to make them last till the end though, and he's now within a second of IP. So this is Yari's opportunity to make a move as we crest the hill. He's not going to have the DRS open yet, of course. We've just had a safety car. Oh, as further back, looks like Mavs is going to have a go. Joe Royal, and as is Fraubai as well. So Joe Royal getting passed by 2 there. Maybe not a little bit too much downforce on that setup, or something's happening there as Jari. Oh, as IP has run wide and Jari comes swinging through there. So Jari making the most of a mistake from IP. But in that all that kerfuffle, looks like Mavs, UK, Fraubai, and Joe Royal have all gained themselves penalties. So not ideal for those guys. Battling it out, it can be so easy to do. Got to be really, really careful. Where else have we got battles now? We've got Fraubai in close behind Mavs UK, trying to make a move there. And being very delicate as you come into this bit, and then just slamming on the power is one of the exciting endings to a lap. One of my favourite tracks, this, with the fast flowing corners. Very, very much looking forward to the races tomorrow. We hope you can join us as we watch further down the field. We've got Bob Sada having a look. He's really in the close behind Villas here. And looks to the move to the inside. Good defending from Villas, just closes it off. Bobsat is really close, almost pushing him through there. This isn't bumper cars, boys, you got to be careful. As who's that sweet? Scotty Fennell comes into the pits then. So Scotty Fennell comes into the lead, in from the lead, promoting Yari into that top position, as does IP behind him. So those guys will now going to switch onto the other tyres, try and make their way back up into the points. So they're going to have a big old challenge to climb there. As we watch Fraudby right in behind Mavs UK. As he swings up the inside, is he going to get the move done? Oh, he decides against it there. And oh, who's that gone? Someone's gone running wide up ahead, and that is not good for them. So that's them dropped out. There's that Fraudby who's gone running wide, so he's missed his braking zone there. Not good for him. I know he's using a controller this weekend, I think, with rather than his wheel. So that promotes Mavs now being hunted down by Joe Royal again, as Witcher's managed to break away from this little train. So he's managed to pull himself out into some open air, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to catch Yari just yet. Maybe towards the end of the race that will start to come back to him. As we watch a real train of cars here. Fantastically close, but so tricky in the dirty air of the car in front to survive the corners. So you've got to be really, really careful. But nicely done here. And as I say, you can go really flat out through this bit, and it's all about getting the right turn in and getting it at the right time to get the speed through. As we watch. Oh, it's just wheel on the grass there from NJ Devil. He's tried to go around. He's gone wide there. That'll be a caution, taking him his way up to towards another penalty, which we'll start to have a look at as we watch NJ Devil go past Lunar Jedi there. So nice move from NJ Devil. And now down onto this big long straight down into Eau Rouge. Cars flat out here, and it's just so difficult to get the braking, the turn-in so perfect lap after lap. You can see the penalties starting to come in those areas. But Joe Royal not quite close enough this lap. And the DRS will start to cancel itself out a little bit as we have a look at those drivers. They're slightly different positions, what tyres they're on. So it looks like the safety car has certainly nullified the different strategy available, apart from those people who are now on the softs, who are going to have to try and well, Yari's certainly going to have to try and make those eke out, but he's managed to pull that gap up to nearly 4 seconds now. Whereas Mavs is slowly, it seems, bringing down the gap to Witcher, staying around that 2 second mark. As they seem run nicely through there. As Lunar Jedi now gets another penalty, so that would take him to 6 seconds of penalties, which is not ideal for him. And Joe Royal ran a little bit wide on the exit, and the exit again there. And Iveski becomes the next driver to get a penalty. Still got a drive through to serve, apparently. I would have thought he'd served that by now. As we watch this lovely little battle here for third place between Mavs UK, Joe Royal, NJ Devil. These guys really hashing it out. Looks like Witch is managing to keep the gap to those behind him. But will Joe Royal be able to get it as we go down and up over the hill? Car twisting, getting offline, but it looks like NJ Devil might be the one who has the line there. It touches a wheel on the grass, but he's going around the outside, and he's got the extra pace. Manages to keep his line just that little bit neater than Joe Royal through that section there, and gets the overtake done to move himself up into 4th place. So good move there, as Yuri has gone past Lunar Jedi behind there. So Yuri, good driving from him with no penalties yet. And how's Scotty doing? He's got a bit of a gap to make up, but he's bringing it down ever so slowly. He's got himself back up into 10th place, which is okay. At least he'll get a point from that. As we check back in with Yari, see how he's doing. That gap holding at about 4 seconds now. You would imagine he's just making sure he keeps it neat and tidy. Don't want to make any mistakes now, as you've not got long left. As Fradby gets another penalty. 14 seconds of penalties from Fradby. So really off the pace today, unfortunately for him. Now we watch NJ Devil having a look at the back of Mavs UK. Touching another wheel on the grass there, and again, and it's just going to unsettle the car, make the tyres a little bit dirtier. So you've got to try and keep it neat. But it looks like he's going to have a run. Oh, as he turns in. Nicely done through the bus stop chicane by all of the drivers there. It's very, really good quality of driving from all of our drivers from right across the Sunday Race League Series. As always, just as we watch NJ Devil run a bit wide on the exit there, and that's going to hamper his run down through the and up over the hill, those twisting, turning sections, and could give Joe Royal a bit of a chance in behind. That's a rubbish camera for us to see, isn't it? We don't want to see that, but he's got the DRS. He's going to go around the outside, which gives him the inside line for the next corner. Oh, but he touches, and he just ran wide and couldn't get the car turned through there, and that's gets touched by Mavs UK as they go through the corner. You know, I think that's a racing incident. He went in a little bit hot. He'll say, you know, I think he'll be the first to admit he got out of line there a little bit. It's unfortunate. We didn't want to see it. We wanted to see him going for a really good overtake there from NJ Devil. As we watch him back with the spin out, his tyres are going to be hot. They're going to be hard to handle. Surely Villas won't go for the overtake and just sit in behind and use the advantage of the DRS. NJ Devil seem to have had the pace all weekend. As we watch Joe Royal tucks right in behind Mavs UK. So this battle returns after NJ Devil's attempt to get himself up onto the podium has ended in tears. As we watch Joe Royal hunting down Mavs UK. It's our closest battle really on track. Always further down the track we've got Lunar Jedi here on Yuri. Really tight in behind him there. So we'll keep an eye across the two battles as they rage on. You just see Witcher still just about 4 seconds. He's managed to pull out a couple more tenths here, so it looks like Yari's going to be able to keep the gap, just looking after those tyres, nursing those tyres. Scotty's managed to bring the gap to the back of the field to Bob Sardo down a lot. 158.9 for a great fastest lap there from Scotty. Can Joe Royal use the DRS as he comes down the main straight here? Can he get in behind far enough? Just not quite enough. As we watch Lunar Jedi back out of it on Yuri as well. So drivers just not being able to quite get the run through there. As IP now goes up to 6 seconds worth of penalties. Running right at the back there. The choice not to pit really hurt those drivers. NJ Devil almost getting himself onto the podium position, but spinning and ending up way off the pace, unfortunately for him. But 7th place is not too bad to get some points. Joe Royal, though, will be hoping to try and make it a position on the podium for himself, and he's done so well. Both these guys have done so well to keep it so clean and such good driving. Let's hope that it stays with both of them just the 3 seconds worth of penalties, and we have to have a battle on track because we don't want it taken away from us. As it looks like Lunar Jedi's got the pace down this section. But it's a tricky place to find an overtake because there's just not a nice straight to do an overtake on. So it's the first sector where you really want to have the pace advantage. Let's see if Joe Royal can do it this time. Can he keep a neater line? Can he keep within the slipstream? And watch him down and over the hill. You've got to keep your foot flat in it. Is he close enough? It looks like Lunar Jedi might be close enough. Already touches the wheel on the grass, but he's going to get the DRS open. He's going to have a look down the inside. Is Lunar Jedi going to get the move done for 5th place? He is indeed. A great move there from Lunar Jedi on Yuri, and that was a lovely overtake. So well controlled. Excellent move from Lunar Jedi to get himself up into that 5th place. A few bonus points, always worth it. And he gets a penalty while it happens. Absolutely not what you want. You've got to keep it so smooth and controlled. So undoes all of his hard work. So now he's got to try and make up 3 seconds on Yuri. And indeed on NJ Devil as well. So if NJ Devil can keep his race clean, then it will be another position for him. So he's got a bit of a charge to make now as Lunar Jedi. Can he make up 3 seconds on the cars behind him? As we watch Joe Royal really tight in behind now. Such close racing from the pair of them. Nose to tail. As I say, just the nature of the not really a straight here, but the nature of it means you're flat out all the way, so you want to be fast down it, but it's so difficult to get it right. As Joe Royal, he gets his next penalties. Just saw him cut the inside of the chicane there. Really not what he wanted, so now he's going to have to Mavs has got a bit of breathing space, doesn't have to fight so hard necessarily, but he'll want to keep the position in case he makes a mistake. So let's, not that I'm hoping he does, just where we've got the battle to watch on track. As Joe Royal runs wide over the hill, as he's got the DRS open. Mavs defends to the inside. Joe Royal looks to the outside, and he's going to get the move done. He's just got the extra pace there. So good move from him. And has Yari made a mistake? Looks like Yari's made a mistake somewhere along the line. And Witcher's right behind him. All of a sudden, we've got a battle on our hands. Have Yari's tyres gone off? Have the red wall tyres that Yari has been running here all the way to the end finally given up on him? Oh my goodness, we've got drama here. Can Witcher find a way past on the final lap? You can see he's clearly got the extra pace on the medium tyres. Yari just squeezed him to the outside of the track there, defending for his life. Oh my goodness, Yari's tyres must be right off the cliff. And you can see everyone's catching up with him. So how's he gonna do? He's the only person without a penalty though, so he's managed to make them last, even though his neatness and his tidiness has managed to help him. No one's gonna quite have the time to do it, but they're gonna want to get past him on the track for pride. As Witcher comes past, can he do it? Into the final bus stop chicane. We've got who's going to take it on track. It looks like Yari's just going to be able to defend it off for enough time, in spite of everything. He still manages to take the win, despite the difficulties. Clearly his tyre's gone right off the cliff there. Joe Royal ends up in 3rd place, because the Mavs UK must have, because of the penalty there. We've got Yuri in 5th, NJ Devil in 6th, Lunar Jedi in 7th. IP is going to come over the line in 8th place. So something must have happened to Scotty Fennell. He must have needed to pit as well. Fradby is going to come over the line in 9th, but he's got 20 seconds worth of penalties to serve, which means Bob Sada will surely hop past him. Yeah. And Villa's not going to be close enough, you wouldn't think, not with 6 extra penalties of seconds of penalties to serve to jump past Fradby. And no, he's going to take 11th place, which means 12th place for Scotty Fennell. So not sure what happened to Scotty there, but something must have gone wrong somewhere along the line. So, I hope you enjoyed the first race we had on offer here at on the GP2 on the Sunday Race League. I know it's a bit of an ironic one that it's Saturday, but this is when we do our GP2 racing. So come and join in. Let us know in the comments who you think will be able to take it in the second race. Obviously, remember, in the second race here, we flip the order. So all of a sudden, we're going to have the drivers from in 8th place starting in 1st, and the driver in 1st place starting in 8th. So Yari's back down the grid, and he's going to have to work out where to get to next. And we'll see how he manages to work his way back up through the field. It looks like he had the neatness, looks like he had the control over the course of that race. We'll be back in a couple of minutes when we rejoin you for the next race. So, welcome back. As we await the start of the sprint race, we watch IP leading everyone away. Luna Jedi will go into 2nd place, NJ Devil into 3rd. Yuri will take 4th place to start here. Mavs UK in 5th, Joe Royal in 6th, Witcher in 7th, and Yari in 8th place. And the rest of our drivers, Bob Sada, Fradby, Villas, Scotty Fennell, Harry Cully, Pinnacle, and Vesky, finishing off the grid for us. So as I said, our top drivers flipped from 1st to last. As we have a little look at what tyres everyone is going to start from. We've got Villas, the only driver starting on the soft tyre, so he's going to have a challenge making them to the end of the race. We saw with Yari, they can really go off the cliff, and that could be a nightmare. So definitely one of the longest circuits of the year here at Belgium. But as I said, as I was saying earlier, one of my favourite tracks of the year. All about having good downforce to swing it through the corners, but low enough downforce to have a big long power on the straights. Soft suspension, so you can get it, swing it through Eau Rouge. And Region. I've been desperately searching for the name of that corner in my head, but I finally got there. I'm pretty sure it's Region. Do correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. We hope you're enjoying the racing here today. Slightly weird views. Here we go. There's a good one. As we wait for the last couple of drivers just to come around the bus stop chicane before we are off and ready to go with the sprint race here in the GP2 Championship. Who can gain themselves some good points in what is turning out to be a battle for second place this season. With 5 lights. The lights go out, and who is going to get off the line best? It looks like IP has managed to get away nicely, and Yuri has managed to get up the inside of Lunar Jedi. NJ Devil up the inside of Yuri. Oh, as he touches the wall, and that's not going to help him. Yuri's going to get away with that. Someone running wide there in the background. But NJ Devil touching the wall there is going to have slowed him down, and Lunar Jedi has got through in that position as well. As Frabai now closes up behind. Looks like Pinnacle's getting... Vesky's not going well at the back there. Something's happened with him. Drops to the back of the field. But IP has managed to lead it away. And it looks like Yuri is having a battle for him. Oh, as they touch... Would they touch wheels? Yuri runs wide. And he's surely going to have to give that place up. But he just takes the penalty. And we've got a yellow flag in Sector 1 and 2. So someone's off somewhere. Looks like Bob Sada's dropped to the back of the field. So not good for him. Everyone's got to slow down a little bit and not overtake. And we're free to go racing again as we watch Joe Royal has got past Witcher. Looks like Witcher may have made a little mistake there because Scotty Fennell's now got a run on him as well. And this is not a corner where you want to be going 2 abreast, as it's you really got to keep the power on in order to get through it quickly. As you can see, Harry Cully making it in behind the 2 drivers. Oh, as Scotty Fennell puts the touch on the wheel, as Witcher also swinging around through the braking zone there. A little bit naughty from him. Over defending. Oh, and then Harry Cully just gets out on the tarmac over there on the softer AstroTurf out on the side. It's really lacks the grip there, not what you want. As we hop back up to the front of the field, and we're watching Yuri on IP as IP runs wide. Yuri had the tighter line through there, and he's not quite going to have the chance to do the overtake into the bus stop chicane, as it looks like some drivers are making mistakes down the back. As we watch, we're on board with Yuri. Who's that in front of him though? Someone's dropped out. Someone looks like someone's ghosting out the front. As we watch NJ Devil having a real go at the back of Lunar Jedi for, I think it's 3rd place. As up ahead, who's Yuri going past there? IP. Yuri's gone past IP for 1st place. So, and then Yuri gets a penalty for multiple warnings. So not good for Yuri there. But he has passed IP on track at least. Lunar Jedi closing behind them, and we've got a nice little train. Good little battle opening up for 1st place here. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 2 now. So what's happening in Sector 2? Scotty, Witcher down the back of the track, is now retired from the session. So Witcher, not a good day for him. Well, not too bad a day. He came 2nd in the 1st race, didn't he? But certainly not what he wanted to follow up with. As we watch IP really close in behind Yuri. Mavs UK now gets a penalty, and probably it's time to start sticking the old penalties up. And Joe Royal and Harry Cully also get penalties further down the track there. As we now watch Yuri having a go at IP for 1st place. IP's got 6 seconds of penalties still to serve, so that's going to be tricky for him to keep the space. Oh, as we watch Frogby coming past NJ Devil. That's a good little move from him, but I think there was a little bit of argy-bargy coming into that move. And Yari sets a new fastest lap as he goes past NJ Devil as well, and has a look up the inside. He's going to get it down, and he's going to, he's just going to, Frogby I think was running slowly in front of him, and he's had to back out of it as they can now coming down here, and this is fantastic racing from the guys. Can they keep it clean through the source? Sorry, up through Region. And looks like Yari's just going to have the position. Oh my goodness, fantastic driving. They're not going to touch. Oh, and IP's run wide out the front there. And Yari now touches with Mavs UK, who's going to get through. Oh, who's going to have the inside line as they run down into this corner? Can Yari get it sweeping around the outside? No, it's difficult to get the so much further to travel around the outside there. So Mavs will get the position, but he's got the 3-second penalty still to serve. You would think it's only a matter of time before Yari gets past, but could be Joe Royal having the run on him behind. Not quite. So good positioning there from Yari to keep the position in 5th place and keeping it clean. So important. We've now got Lunar Jedi really close in behind Yuri still. Yuri was still with the 6 seconds penalties to serve, so he's going to have to try and make a second a lap. So I can't imagine he's going to be able to do that and hold on to the 1st place. And so Luna can kind of afford to just sit in behind him. There's no point taking any risks, but he's also going to want to try and build a gap in case he gets a penalty or there's a safety car or something that might disturb the order of the race. And he's going to have a go with the DRS to the outside here, setting a fastest final sector. It's not going to be quite enough, but is he going to... Oh, he spins out, and he's trying to go for it too much, and he hits the wall. Not good for Lunar Jedi, crushing for him, as that lets Frogby through, lets Yari's got past Mav somewhere, as we were watching that attempt. Absolutely gutting there. Not what he was going for, poor old IP. As we now watch NJ Devil going past Mavs UK. And getting cars slowed down enough. Mavs almost running into the back there, I think. Doesn't look like there's any front wing damage. So, okay. Yari now really close in behind Frogby, looking to make it maximum points for the weekend with a pole and then 2 wins. And this battle is just going to allow Yuri to get away a little bit, so he's managed to build up 1 second's worth of that gap already. Still got time, more to build though. And this is a fantastic race here. IP now back at the back of this field after that nightmare spin. Not what IP was after. And now we watch back up onto this straight. Is Yari going to be able to get the move done as he runs up the straight here through the curving sections, keeping his foot in? Can he get the move done down into the bus stop chicane? Not yet. He holds on to it, stays patient. There's no point taking a risk. He's going to have the pace eventually, surely, as Harry Cully goes past Joe Royal through the bus stop chicane. So a good move from Harry Cully there in a tricky place, but he's got some penalties to deal with. As we watch back up on board with Yari as he runs right in front by slipstream here. He's going to want to try and stay in there as much as he can, so that he's got the least amount of difficulty to deal with. As we watch Frogby just run a little bit wide and get the 3 second worth of penalties, which is going to play into Yuri's hands. As we watch Yari try to get past. Side by side, they're going to go into the corner. It's not the best shot, but he's going to have the move done. Okay, so Yari gets the move done there on Frogby. Beautifully done. And now he can chase down Yuri He's already sort of gained the first place though, hasn't he? Because of the 6 seconds penalties that Yuri has. Behind them, all the other drivers with penalties all the way down to Pinnacle. So it's going to be a matter of who can keep it the most clean now for the rest of the race and try and stay within those lines. Looks like Vesky's had to, something's happened to Vesky to drop right down the order there. As we watch Jari now close in behind Yuri and shaping to make a move there and then swinging back to the outside, trying to just get the straightest line through those corners and have a look at somewhere he can overtake, somewhere he can attack. Looks to the outside, looks to the inside, just trying to keep it neat, trying to have the position in there. You would think Yari's going to get it done eventually as he opens up the DRS and just putting Yuri under more and more pressure. He's going to be stressing out in that car as we watch behind Frog by running wide again through that corner. So he's going to have to be careful. And Jari is going to have the DRS here, and you would think it's going to be the move for the top spot again from Jari. And he's already passed Yuri. That's fantastic driving. Just untouchable, really, as Frabbai has a little look. Mavs UK and close behind as well. And now you would think that Yari's going to open the gap up. Yuri will be able to stay within a second, which would just save him another couple of laps. Help him maybe make a little bit of a gap, because he needs to make a gap now. As Frabbai getting past he's now got 6 seconds worth of penalties as well, so Mavs UK will be the one benefiting from this. If he can just know, then he'll be keeping it cool, as IP has swung into, he's come flying off through that really tricky corner. He's going to just get out of the way for other drivers. Good move from IP as he drops out of the race, as we now see that Jari has managed to build up that second's worth of gap. So Jari is going to be away from Yuri, which means Yuri won't have the DRS protection, and it will make it all the more tricky from him. Mavs UK having a real go at the back of Fradby. Is he going to be able to get the move done? It's so hard through those bits, although you can have such a better bit of pace in the slipstream of someone. But really nicely done, not smashing into the back there. It's so easily done, as Pinnacle now gets 3 seconds worth of penalties. And we ride on board with Fradby, having a look at the second place position. He's going to need to get it done on track with his 6 second penalties already. Yuri's managed to keep it relatively clean since he got those penalties early on. As we watch the 3 drivers here all in a fantastic battle for second place, with the DRS opening up. Fradby has a look to the inside of Yuri. Is he going to get the move done? They touch, and they just managed to keep the cars on the track, and Yuri's now going to have the position on the outside. And Fradby ends up taking Mavs UK with him as they spin out there, and another unfortunate piece of unfortunate piece of racing, leaving 2 of the drivers spinning out, as they just again trying to get through those corners next to each other is so difficult. 2 by 2, it doesn't go through such fast-paced corners, so you've got to be really sure of where your car's going. And I think on one hand, I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other in this situation. On one hand they're going in, on the other hand they're trying to find the space to find the gap, aren't they? Hard racing though, so it's we'll see what the race stewards have to say after the race. I'm sure it will get reported at some point. As it's a little bit nullified our battle, but let's have a look. So NJ Devil now on Yuri. Now the battle for second place opens up as Yari canters away at the front of the track. As they swing round that hairpin, and now looking down the, you got to head down the hill, trying to keep the car as, well, you got to just keep it flat out and keep the steering angle as minimal as possible through those corners. Try and keep as much speed as we can, and we just saw a beautiful shot in the background of Scotty Fennell having a look at Pinnacle. Nicely done, lads. Now we watch NJ Devil going past Yuri on the outside. That's the battle for second place, and it's done there as Scotty Fennell also goes past Pinnacle in the background. And so nice moves from both the guys there, getting themselves up higher into the point. So well done from NJ Devil, making up for the spin in the last race, getting himself up into a podium position. So he must be pleased with that. Harry Cully now into third place. So good driving from Harry Cully. He managed to really work his way up, but he's got 12 seconds of penalties, so he's going to drop right back down again. So you've got to keep it clean. That's the trick, lads. Scotty Fennell could really benefit from this if he can make up the gap. He could really end up benefiting from the fact that his race has been nice and clean so far with no penalties. Make up for the slight nightmare of the first race. So we've got some drivers redeeming themselves in our sprint race this afternoon. As we wait, just watch Yari heading on to the final lap. Behind Harry Cully is going to have a go at NJ Devil. Harry Cully's got past NJ Devil there. Fantastic move from Harry Cully. Not where I was expecting. I thought I could cut away for a second. And he goes a little bit wide there. Get yourself another caution. NJ Devil just staying in neat behind him, and he's going to get the place back. Doesn't look like Harry's got the best run out of that corner. They're going to go in, and he's going to be dropped down 2 places. Oh, they're touching. Naughty little bit of driving there from Yuri and Harry. Oh, and that's going to push Yuri wide. And he comes back on, knocks his teammate, and drops right down to 5th place. So I'm not sure that's the neatest of racing, boys. Let's try and keep it clean. Harry Cully now swings past NJ Devil back up into 2nd place. Brilliant battling though. What a fantastic sprint race we're having here. Absolutely superb racing as we watch NJ Devil and Joe Royal battling it out for what will be a de facto 3rd place. All of this is going to help Scotty Fennell reel in the gap though, and he could end up getting 2nd place, you know, he really could. As where can we hop on board with for a bit of a battle? Is this race for 2nd place? Who is going to be able to come out on top here as we come around into a good position for some potential opportunities of overtakes? We've got a second, someone spun out there. That's Pinnacle is spun out, and that's created a yellow flag, so no overtaking for the moment. Now we watch as Joe Royal has a look at the back of NJ Devil. Can he get past? And he does on the outside there, really swings past NJ Devil quite easily. And Yuri now has a look, he's on the outside, but that's going to give him the inside line in through the corner, so that's nicely done from Yuri. And NJ Devil then has the outside line again and manages to get past. We've got the better traction out of the corner, and he gets past. Oh, it was Joe Royal. He must have run slow there. So things jump out of position, and Scotty Fennell ends up getting that 2nd place, as we said. So Scotty Fennell ends up with the 2nd place. Madness on the final lap there. I wasn't even keeping up with that sufficiently. I'm sorry for everyone. So many different things, permutations happening there. The driver of the day for that race was Scotty Fennell from the game. I'm going to give my overall driver of the weekend to Yari, because, I mean, well, just a dominant display from him. No penalties, really clean all the way through, and absolutely deserving of his position at the top of the championship. That will have done absolutely... Well, he's certainly delivered a message, hasn't he, to the rest of the field. You have got to up your game, lads, if you want to hold a candle to me this season. It looks like the GP2 championship is going to be over before it's begun. So congratulations to Jari for his victory here at Spa. We can see here the final standings of the sprint race. Jari first place with Scotty Fennell in second, NJ Devil in third, Bob Sada in fourth, Yuri in fifth, Joe Royal in sixth, Harry Cully in seventh, Luna in eighth, Mavs UK in ninth, Villas in 10th, Pinnacle 11th, Iveski in 12th, Frabai 13th, IP 14th, Witcher in 15th with a DNF. So some brilliant driving. I think these stewards are going to have a bit of a job to sort out in the second after this race. Quite a few issues that may have needed to be brought to their attention, as there was some slightly naughty driving towards the end there. I think everyone's desire to get a good result getting the better of them slightly. But we're so glad you joined us. Please do come back tomorrow from 3 o'clock. We are bringing you Formula 1 action from Spa to Francorchamps all afternoon from 3 o'clock till 7 o'clock for our feature F1 race. So please do come back and join in tomorrow.